evening, great evening.
Hello, great
Hello.
evening.
Hello, we missed you all.
Yes.
Welcome on tonight to Open Discussion. Real people having real conversation. I'm Audrika.
I'm Sonia.
And I'm Janet.
Welcome once again. Thank you so much for joining us on tonight. Tonight, we're talking about love, lust, and infatuation. Wow. Now, this is a conversation to be had, right?
Yes.
Because we have been discussing this for some time and just wanting it to bring it into the table, open up the table, and just have a good time on tonight, share it with you all. We always want to let you guys know if you have any questions, any concerns, you can always inbox any of us. Share your thoughts, your recommendations, and if you would like to remain anonymous. So, anyone want to start with the first discussion? And I don't think we have to have no order. Let's just put it out there. The difference between love, lust, and infatuation. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
That's real good.
Okay, so for love,
That's good.
I was thinking about love, right? So I was like, okay, love is an emotion. But it's deeper than that because it's, there's no words that can describe it. It's unconditional. It conquers a lot of things. And when you love somebody, it's like you can forgive and, you're going to genuinely take care of them. You're going to take care of them as if you were yourself.
Right.
I will often say, especially when you get a mate, it's like, you don't want to say your child, but it's in reference to because you're going to hold it close and love on it. You're gonna make sure it's protected. So then I was thinking about lust too, because oftentimes when we find ourselves in love, we think that we're automatically in love. But you know how you have eye candy, and you're like, ooh, girl,
Like Idris Elba.
Yes.
Idris. Say it again,
Idris
Elba.
Okay, so
Or the man that played Ghost on Power.
listen at you, mother. So you have your eye candy, that you like, and so you say, hey, I like what I see. I would take that as lust, right?
Right.
And then infatuation, I was thinking about infatuation. The difference between all the three is because you like them at first and you think maybe it's going to be for the long term, and then you go to seeing some things, and then you know how I am with that check it don't last that long, right? So love is for eternity and to death do us part, right? And lust is just for the moment. It's something that you say, I want to try that. It's like going in a candy store with the kids and you say, oh, let me try this new piece of candy. Then you take the wrap off and it's nasty and you what is that taste in my mouth?
Right.
What was that?
Right. What is that?
What is that? And so, it's just, a big difference. So tonight we're going to share our differences with you all because I really want those individuals that are out there courting. You got teenagers coming up. I don't know if you ladies are having these discussions with the kids or you males, but this is a conversation to be had.
Yes.
I'm going to pass the mic because this should get real good.
So I'm just going to say a few things on lust.
Okay.
A lot of times people think the other person might be in love with them because, they always smiling at them. They calling them all the time.
Oh, yes. Say that.
But then, when you give away the cookies, they disappear.
Yes.
Know your worth. Know your
It's
worth.
called lust,
Right.
not love. Yes.
That's right.
And lust is basically when a person focuses on a person's look and their body.
Right.
Yes.
So be careful of that, ladies.
Yeah.
Very careful.
Like my sister said, you've got to know your worth.
Right.
Yeah, you got to hold on to the cookies.
That's right.
Hold on to the cookies, baby.
That's right.
They are very, very how do I put it?
Very valuable.
Valuable. That's the word I'm looking for.
Very
That's them gourmet.
That's
That-
right.
That's them gourmet.
Yes. And another thing about a lot of times in relationships, if that's what you want to call relationships, you know, it's the sex thing
Yeah.
and no
Right.
conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want sex, and then after sex, boom, no conversation,
No
no
telephone
cuddling,
call,
no
no
telephone call, and a week later, there goes a telephone call. Baby, can I come over? No, that's called lust.
Right.
That's not love. I haven't heard from you all week.
That's right.
You know, when I love you, when I'm interested in you, I
Right.
call you and I say, hey, how you doing? I have a conversation with you.
Right.
I call you, I check up on you, I make sure you okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm interested, I won't say love right away, but yeah,
It's a like.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It's a like.
Okay, but what about those late night booty calls?
Lust.
That's a lust. That's a lust.
What
lust.
about those morning texts?
A lust.
Lust.
Just so he could come
So
over.
he ain't gonna send me a lot of morning texts?
Yeah, he gonna send it to you, and you know, like I know you better say no.
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 What about those dates? You know, the lunch dates? Because, you know, now people don't, like, cordially date how we did, you
Right,
know, growing
yeah.
up. I do, because I'm still old-fashioned. But, you know, a lot of people don't do the cordially
That's
dating.
right.
They do the lunchtime date or right after work date,
Right. Right.
after the club date.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Right.
that love.
That's that lust.
That's that lust.
That's that lust.
That's that lust.
Yeah.
Because all they're doing is basically just whispering sweet, dang girl, you fine.
Yes.
Ooh, if I was with you, I'll take care of you. I'll do
Mm-mm.
this.
Right,
I'll
the
do that.
promises. The
Right,
promises sound good.
Don't
And then
do it.
once he gets it, what are you going to do when he gets it? You don't get a telephone call.
Yes. Don't do it.
You don't get that telephone call. And I used to tell my daughter when she was growing up, and my nieces and nephews, baby, when they come to you and say, hey, babe, what's your name? American Express. I never leave home without it.
I love it.
Baby, what is your name? House
Yes,
mortgage.
Yes.
Bill.
What is your name? Bills. I
Call me
have 3
Billy.
kids. She didn't have any, but I've got 3 kids. Can you
Right.
take care of them?
Yes.
Yeah,
my
that's what
goodness.
you have to let them know. You have to.
Yes.
You have to let them know. I'm not thirsty by a long shot. I have values
part.
that I live by. And that's what you do. If you continue to let them whisper sweet nothings in your ear, hey, I'm coming on over. You can come over, I'm fixing you a dinner.
Yes.
Then the dinner gonna lead into other stuff and the other stuff. And then the day after, ain't no phone calls, ain't no, not even a thank you for last night. Ain't gonna be none of that. Then you want to go jump on them.
Well, hey, jump out and pull up. Hey, but what about the call me when you put the kids to sleep?
Oh,
or
no.
that is anybody home with you?
Yep, my daddy.
Lust.
Hi, your daddy.
Lust. That's what it's called, y'all.
And so we have Derek White. Derek White say, can lust turn into love? What you say, mother?
No.
What you say, Sonya?
When you start out lusting, well, wow.
Good question.
Good question,
Good
Derek.
question.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Boy, that's a good
Would you
question.
say if they're sincere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would they have to be sincere?
Yeah.
They would have to be.
Because, you know, I think we all lust in the beginning. When we
Yeah.
first see somebody, they catch our eye.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's a nice piece of eye candy. I want to go introduce myself. Or I'm going to be real cute so he can come introduce himself to
Post
me.
up on the wall.
And then when he come, you get into that intriguing conversation.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question now. Is it true that you know within the first 5 minutes, within you conversating with someone or having a conversation with someone that, you know whether you want to continuously talk to them or not?
Yeah. I think it is because they're going to say something dumb or they're going to say something that's
Yeah.
going to just keep.
5
Because
minutes? 5
I
minutes?
won't say. I
Is
don't
it
know
five?
about 5 minutes.
Not the
I won't
5
say.
minutes,
I won't say
but
5 minutes.
I
How
said
long
within
you
the
talk to 'em?
past, the next 30.
But yeah,
And it
I
depends
say
on where
maybe.
you're at. Because if you in the club and they
yeah.
drinking, that's the liquor talk.
Yeah, don't
course.
do it.
Of course, okay.
Call me when you get sober, boo. It's nice talking to you
Yeah.
and dancing with you on the floor. But call me when you get a little bit sober.
But
So then let me ask you a question. How long do you think the infatuation lasts?
It's a short period of time. I
It's-
do
yeah.
know infatuation is a short period of time.
How short?
I mean, it depends on the person.
Yeah.
It depends on the person.
Yeah.
So infatuation can last like a month or longer.
If you keep seeing that person, you be like, dang, I want to talk to that person.
Yeah.
Dang, I want to do
Like-
this. Dang, I want to do that. But
The light just went out.
and you
It
just say
did.
he's cute. You could say like with me, I'm just infatuated with ghosts.
Mhm.
I know I can't get the ghost that's
Uh-huh.
on power. I know I can't get to him. I'm
Right.
like, oh, he is so cute. Look at the lip.
Oh, Lord.
Right. Or the
There
Mud
it
Deer
is.
program when Mud Deer goes to jail, and you remember when Aunt Ella, they called her Bam at that time. Aunt Ella was standing up there. She said, "Ooh, is that a cross?" And that guy that came out with
She
Christopher,
put her
and
hand-
she said, like, "Ooh, can I play with your locks while I put my hand on his cross?" That's an infatuation.
Right, right. And so even within okay, I get that.
Mhm.
Right. Okay, and then
So to answer his question,
okay.
can lust turn into love?
Yeah,
It can.
it can.
I think it can.
If it
I think
lasts long enough.
I think it can because if you have a person that's interested in you, oh wow, she's fine, or you something like that. If they get to know, if they're willing to get to know that person,
Willingly.
there you go. I'm not. We're not talking about that one. That's all he want is. Ooh,
Right.
ooh,
Right.
I like that. I'm gonna hit that. No.
Right.
We're talking about this person that is looking
Right.
Right.
for a good woman, or this woman that is woman is not really women. We're not supposed to be looking for a man. Yeah.
So it was a mistake, but
Yeah.
you know we get crossed up and choked
Yeah.
up sometimes. But
Yeah.
you get the
That
picture.
part.
But to each his own too now. Hey.
Right.
That's true.
You right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good word though, Sonya.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's more so good.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, with infatuation as well. Me myself, I had that. You know how they say love at first sight. So I really thought that was real, but I haven't found that to be a factor yet. Just yet, right?
Right.
Not to say that it's not possible.
Right.
I'm just saying, at first you really liking. They got that like. I really like. I think like comes with the infatuation part because now you checking out the good deeds. Like, ooh, you got good teeth, good hair. You may be tall, nice looking. You may have a good job, nice car. He may not have no kids, or he may be a well-rounded man. He may have kids with nice teeth, good hair.
Got good credit.
Good credit.
All that right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
And so, but he may just come out his mouth the wrong way. Everybody
Get
language change, and then you get to see a personality trait that you may say, I don't like that. So I think infatuation can go away faster than lust. What you say? Can infatuation go away faster than lust?
I think
People
it
can
can
turn you
because you
off.
can be infatuated
A turn
with a
off?
person.
Yeah.
It could be just something he did could be a turn off.
Yeah.
and you be like, no, I'm not putting up with that. No,
Right.
I'm glad I
Yeah.
saw these signs, just like you see
Right.
a sign.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you have to check him.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's real. That's real.
Yep.
Well, then, I was thinking about it too. And I say, if a person can't love themselves, then they're not going to be able to love
someone
you.
else.
Mhm.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
That's
If
right.
a person doesn't respect their parents or their friends,
That's
they're not
right.
going to be able to respect you.
That's right.
Mhm.
And so, a
That's
lot
right.
of things you really just have to take into
important.
consideration, especially with dealing with love, lust, and infatuation. You
Right.
definitely have to know the difference between the three
Right.
because I think they all entangle themselves and you catch yourself in an entanglement.
Right.
The entanglement.
That's real.
And so therefore, you find yourself going around in circles. So I would say, take your time. Definitely get to know a person. Check out their personality
Right.
before
Yes.
Right.
get any kind of real feelings because
Right.
I think at first we have that infatuation. It becomes a fetish and you be wanting more and more of it. It's very interesting. It's
Right.
exciting because it's new, and then time will tell if that infatuation is just not lust,
Right.
yet if it turns into love.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and so I was also looking up the differences with love, lust, and infatuation. So from my research, it was like lust was more of a temporary attraction, and that love was more of an emotion. And with infatuation was just a temporary liking of someone or something, and it can quickly fade away. So just definitely take your time with it though.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna let y'all share some what you got, because y'all got a lot of good stuff. Share some of your list. Just call out some things from your list here.
No, I was just saying, on my list, it's just signs of infatuation, and I've already spoken on one of them. You are focused on a person's look and body.
Okay.
You're
good.
interested in having sex, but not in having conversation.
Good. Big difference.
Rather keep relationship on a fantasy level and not discuss real feelings. And that's for the infatuation. I'm not infatuation, but that's for the lust that I have down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, lust can. Now that I've heard that, I think lust can turn into love.
Okay.
Because you're so busy trying to. God gonna turn that thing around and say, I'm tired of you messing with her like that.
Right. Let's
Let me
make
just go
it
ahead.
real.
Yeah, let's make it real. Right.
Well, you definitely know that love is sincere.
Yes.
It's an action word.
It's definitely an action word.
It's an action word.
And you're gonna think about it deeply before just moving out. So lust and infatuation would have you moving real fast, I would say that. And the infatuation part, from my research, it was saying that you'll put a person up on a pedestal because you think so highly of them, and then the more you get to know them, then you're more so like, nah, I think I may reconsider. And then you may go to having more realistic conversations because, you saying, hey, I think I may love this person. I got these butterflies in my stomach. I want to see what it is. Let me have this conversation with him. Then you go to have this deep conversation with him, and he's going to starting to push you off or backing up from the conversation, changing the conversation.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Man, I've been getting a shower. Hey, man, I'm calling you back.
Yeah.
Or, hey, you ready to get the check from the table that we at, especially if you're out to dinner. So those are the things you really want to watch.
I left my wallet home, or man, they ain't gonna take this bill. Go and put it up there. They'll take it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I have something here on love that I looked up. It says you give unconditionally without expecting something back from your partner.
True.
Yeah. When you love somebody, yeah, whatever you give in the relationship, you don't look for anything back from them.
Yeah.
And when you love somebody and you do something for them, you don't go talking about it,
Right.
throwing it in their faces.
Right.
I did this for you and I did that for you.
Right.
But I thought you
love
say
that
you
that's not love.
right. I
Right.
thought you say you love me.
Yeah.
So if you love
That's
me,
not even with
and
your
you
partner.
did
That's with your
something-
friends as well.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
true too.
That's
So
real.
we'll say this too for love. Love is something that you do from the heart, not
Yes.
just because.
Right.
And love is when you will sacrifice for your loved one,
That's
doing
right.
whatever it is for their well-being, because you
That's
want to
right.
see them better off in life. Now, I really, find that most of the time when somebody say they love you, they only want to love you, lust you, infatuate you, okay, and want what's best for you when they're with you. But soon as you want to break or depart or something happens and you have that split moment,
Yes.
oh, give me my stuff back.
Right.
And
Amen.
like Sonya was saying, oh, I bought this for you. Oh, if it wasn't for me,
Amen.
you wouldn't have this.
Right.
That's not love.
No, that's not love.
That's bad behavior.
Yes.
That's
Bad
a sign for
behavior.
you to leave this man alone, leave this woman alone. I bought you
Yes.
that shirt and you out here in the club with
Yes.
somebody.
Yeah.
Whatever you gave, and love is not expecting it back. We have to remember that the way you do people,
Yeah.
they're not gonna do you. They're not gonna do you the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say say if you gave somebody $100 and then they came back to you and they said, "Ooh, I got this and this in the mail. And I'm going shopping." Don't expect them to say, "Hey, here go 100. Come on, let's go shopping.
Right.
Don't do that. Just do it from the heart and forget about it. Because I truly believe. I think it's in Matthew, and he says when Jesus said that whatever God said, whatever you do in secret, He will reward you openly.
Yes.
So if you gave it, He's gonna give it back to
That's
you. Maybe
right.
not monetarily, but
Right.
He's gonna give it back to you. You'll be blessed
Right.
100-fold just for that.
Just for that.
Just for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Give willingly.
Right.
Yes.
And I think with infatuation, you may overdo it. See, in love, you use wisdom. When you infatuated, you wind up sacrificing all type of gifts, trying to persuade them that you love them. No, love gonna come whether you have or you have not.
Right.
You don't have to necessarily go out and buy them all these lavish things
That's
just to
right.
find out that, hey, you want to like them a little bit, and now you sitting there bumping yourself up beside the head thinking about all the money and your time that
Right.
you have wasted investing into someone.
That's right.
Amen.
Good one. Now, I've often find people that love each other or say that they love, they like to use the word invest. You don't invest in people when you love people. That's infatuation. That's when you investing because you molding, you trying to build something, and you trying to be in control. Love is an openly free-spirited,
I invested this. That's like you.
unspokeable emotion and action, because you never know how far you're willing to go when you love someone.
Right,
I think lust we know definitely have limits, and infatuation, it has limits as well. Love gon' be there for the everlasting.
Amen. Amen.
I would say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would.
So you definitely need to know the difference between those three.
Right.
Yes.
Now I was thinking about some examples, right? So I'm gonna give my lust example. I think I want to compare my lust to the infatuation, and see if the viewers can get it or if these ladies can get it, right?
Right.
Okay, so individual is at a party, gets out the car, see some nice young ladies, and he see one in particular he want to go up to, he want to talk to her, so he goes to introduce himself to her. They exchange numbers, they go out for about 6 months. Now all of a sudden they done did the sexual intermediate encounters, right? But now all of a sudden he wants her to try something new with him, and she's not willing. The whole time he had been buying her nice things and doing nice things, paying her bills, getting her hair done, nice things women doing, buying her roses, paying a car note here, there, so doing those nice things. But then she thought she was in love, but then she stopped to the fact because he wanted to do this new thing that she just didn't want her to do. Now this new thing could be consisted of going to meet the parents. It could have been hanging around his friends, something that she had not been aware of or had not been accustomed to in their, first courtship.
Right.
But now it's a new thing. Just think about it for a moment. Would you consider that to be a lust ship or an infatuation ship?
I think his would have been a love ship. He is beginning to get feelings for her. She's playing him out of pocket. I just want what I can get. And she finna get killed.
Oh, Lord Jesus. He ain't
Oh,
kill her. He ain't
Jesus.
kill her. How to get away with murder.
Oh,
That's what's
Lord.
gonna happen. You done took my money, my flour.
We freezing.
But he
up.
actually might have been a good guy. He might have been said, you know what? Like you said, I was beginning to love you. I
Right.
was willing to show you and sacrifice these things for you. Yet it is, here you was lusting after me the whole time
Right.
because of the things that I was doing for you. And the reason why I use the male is because oftentimes women would more so like to think that it's the man that is lusting, when a lot of that lustation comes from the woman as well. So using that in its term is just showing you that You can think something could be so small, great at the same time, yet you feeling like, she may love me. Oh, she's very appreciative when I'm bringing her these gifts and doing these things, but yet and still, she was only in it for a lifestyle. So you see how simple these things can turn. Yeah. Tables can turn and shift in a many of different ways.
Right.
Anybody want to share an example? You'll be saying,
Did she just say,
Did you say,
She said,
Well, even with this, so, we just want to have an open discussion tonight. Just checking in with our viewers. We sitting out here enjoying ourselves on the patio, having a nice time. Just wanted to definitely have this conversation about love, lust, and infatuation so that we can bring enlightenment into the difference. A lot of times, like I said, women think it's just us that go through these things, but males go through it as well. But it was a discussion to be had. So, at any moment in time, like I said, you guys can drop in our comments, get into our inboxes. Let's have these open discussions, open up the table, because there's real life people out here having real situations, and there's a lot of things that needs to be talked about. A lot of times we bring things to the table that are personal experiences, and so you just want to talk about it. It may not be you actually going through it, but when I say personal, it can be a loved one, your friend girl, your cousin. It could be it could be a female, it could be a male, it could be your church member.
That's right.
Oh.
That's right.
Another one for lust, right? When you are walking, you remember how you used to go walking down on the side of the road, or you just be taking a little nice afternoon walk, and you get the horns beeping and the whistles out the car, and and all this
lust.
Lust. That is lust. I remember oftentimes walking, and I would be with my cousins or some friend girls. We just taking a little cool breeze, and you get somebody who is riding down the road, and then all of a sudden he see you and he turns around just to you look very nice, to give you a compliment, sort of say, or what have you. But you already know that's lust, because he was looking at the backside, coming from the backside, and then turned around. And a lot of times they made those turnarounds and weren't happy to see what they thought they saw from the back. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
and here you is done got yourself into this courtship, and you already knew that was lust, and then it done turned into an infatuationship because it had went on for some time. Then now you gotta, part your ways, and it was a waste of time.
Right.
So, just be careful. Be careful in courting and having the open relationships. Be careful when you just so quick to give somebody your number. Right. Take these things very much into consideration when you're having these lustationships and infatuationships.
So let me just say this right quick.
Go ahead.
I heard you say open relationship. Open?
Open. They be having open relationships.
Hold on. I got to say something on that. I know we almost out of time. But open relationship, whenever you in a relationship, it should be just you and your partner. Not you, your partner, and your partner friend over here.
And them.
Or your friend over here.
Right, and them.
And them.
Them germs. Let me put that out there.
Yeah.
That's very unsanitary.
Yes.
Very unsanitary. And that's good though.
Yes.
But some people do though. They be like, okay, I'm just hollering at you. And so therefore I'm able to holler at you, Keisha, Misha, and Wanda now. And you able to holler at Tyrone and Billy them, okay? But then when we come together, we just gonna do what we gonna do.
No.
He has no good intentions.
None at all.
And I don't even know what kind of ship that is. That's a sinking ship. It's going down.
Yes.
Yeah, he has no
and
good
you do not want to be on the ship when it sinks.
Let that captain go down with his own ship.
Definitely know your worth. Love yourself.
Yes.
If you love yourself, you'll know how to love.
Yes.
And with that, we're gonna wrap up open discussions here on tonight. It was such a good
Yes, it
conversation.
was.
I loved our
Yes.
outing. Look forward to us coming from different locations around the world.
Yes.
And we will see you guys again right back here at the table with open discussions. You guys have a great night. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Stay safe, ladies. Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
You gonna tell?
Good night, yeah.
Good night.
It was nice. You might need to start a little earlier because